the team introductions. We ask each team as the players called to take their respective positions on the baseline. For the visiting Islanders of Coronado High School, number 1, Max Weinfortner. Number 3, Tucker Johnson. Number 4, David Sand. Number 6, Jake McMahon. Number 7, Benson Lorden. Number 9, Paolo Piscatelli. Number 10, Keith Engelhart. Number 11, Danny Sapine. Number 12, Stephen Conrad. Number 13, Josh Fink. Number 14, Blake Spitzer. Number 15, Brian Crabb. Number 16, Kevin Couture. Number 17, Alex Rowan. Number 18, Jimmy Gerson. Number 21, Chaz Marks. Number 22, Tom Cropper. Number 24, Mike Baker Denson. Number 25, Tim Leary. Number 26, Kyle Corney. Number 29, Kyle Fisher. Number 31, Kyle Couture. Number 32, Ryland Gill. Number 48, Ben Ford. Coronado High School principal is Mr. David Loden. The athletic director is Sandy Ferguson. And the coaching staff, head coach Sam Sessi. Assisted by Jerry Brown, Brad Couture, Bill Seeger, Chris Blanton, Bo Blumenthal, and Blaze Smallwood. The Islanders of Coronado High School. Now for the home team, the Eagles of Santa Fe Christian. Number 1, DJ Moore. Number 2, Robbie Campbell. Number 5, Stephen Alexander. Number 6, Levi Hyams. Number 7, Corbin Cutshaw. Number 9, Trevor Sprink. Number 11, Matt Hubbard. Number 12, Ty Bradley. Number 13, Robert Rayberger. Number 15, Riley Munoz. Number 17, Daniel Bodemer. Number 19, Brian Cole. Number 21, Brett Williams. Number 32, Rory Sullivan. And number 33, Chuck Matthey. The headmaster at Santa Fe Christian is Mr. Jim Hobson. The athletic director is Ross Boucher. And the coaches, head coach for the Eagles, Rick Aguilera. Assisted by Sean Moran, Dan Cassidy, and Chris Artis. The umpires for today's game. Behind the plate, Mark Ripperger. At first base, Rick Lanier. At second base, Dan Escueva. And at third base, Mike Stankiewicz. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America.
Good morning. It's 10:03 a.m. We're here at the CIF Division 4 championship game between the Coronado Islanders and the Santa Fe Christian Eagles. I'm Mike Passanisi with my broadcast partner, Logan Stover. Logan, how you doing today?
Doing great, Mike. We're going to have a great game today.
Great game today?
I sure hope so.
Starting lineups have been announced. Teams are just getting ready to set the field. The grounds crew just pulling the tarp or the dragger off the field, and we're getting ready to play baseball here at Tony Gwynn Stadium on the campus of San Diego State University. Starting lineup for the Islanders, Blake Spitzer will lead off and play catcher. Max Weinfertner will bat second and play center. Alex Rowan will bat third and play in left field. Jimmy Gersonde will play at first and hit fourth. Kevin Couture will do the pitching. He'll bat fifth. Benson Lorden will bat sixth. He'll play in right. Mike Denson, the third baseman, bats seventh. Danny Sapien will be the DH. He'll bat eighth. And Kyle Picorni will bat ninth and play shortstop. All right, and the Eagles take the field. At first base is Rory Sullivan. At second base will be Brian Kolb. At shortstop will be Steven Alexander. Playing the hot corner, number 11, Matt Hubbard. In left field, number 12, Ty Bradley. In center field, number 21, Brett Williams. And in right field, number 6, Levi Himes. Doing the catching today for the Eagles will be Daniel Bodemer. And Logan, you've got some statistics for our pitcher on the mound, Rayberger.
You're right, Mike. Our pitcher today for Santa Fe Christian is Rayberger. He was the Coastal North Pitcher of the Year, and Ray had an 11-0 record this year with 44 strikeouts and a 1.13 ERA.
Excellent stuff as Rayberger warms up, the right-hander. And the throw at second has calmed down, and we're ready to go here.
Catcher Blake Spitzer.
Spitzer is going to lead it off now for the Islanders. Spitzer, a senior, one of 9 seniors on the Islanders team. As Rayberger and Bodemer talk over what they're going to do here to pitch to Spitzer. As Spitzer steps into the box, Rayberger looking into Bodemer.
Umpire's letting him know a little bit about how to run these dugouts here. These guys aren't used to them, used to playing on their high school fields. I think they need to clear out some of the stuff. So Rayberger's getting ready to go here.
Rayberger winds and the pitch. First pitch taken for a strike. It's 0-1. So we're underway here at Tony Gwynn Stadium. 10:07 for the first pitch. As Rayberger kicks and fires. Pitches outside. Even the count now, 1-1.
And Mike, you'll notice Rayberger moves pretty quickly. He's a pretty quick pitcher. He gets back into his lineup, and see, already got the second pitch going.
It's on its way. Off-speed pitch. Floats that one over. 1-2 now as Spitzer's in the hole.
He's got that beautiful off-speed pitch going already for him, Mike, hitting that outside corner. He's going to need that all game long if he wants to shut down Coronado.
Next pitch taken for a ball. Count now even at 2-2. Spitzer not afraid to take with 2 strikes on him.
And Spitzer is the leader of this team. When we talked to this team before, Spitzer was the guy that they all named. So he's the great guy to have leading off.
Rayberger kicks, throws. Spitzer hits it to right field. Himes moving toward his left. He makes the catch near the foul line. And just like that, there's one out.
Great running catch by Himes on that to run over to his left and right field. He ran over and caught it right on the line. That was a great play by Himes on that one.
Batting second, number 1, center fielder Max Weinfortner.
Weinfertner will step in now. He also bats from the right-handed side. One out here, no score, top of the first inning. Rayberger winds off-speed pitch. That one missed, 1-0.
And for the last game, Mike, Weinfertner was the hero in the last game when we talked to the coach before the game. He said he single-handedly won the game with 2 great diving plays in center to get him to this game.
Weinfertner also a senior as Rayberger throws. That pitch is high. He's falling behind. 2-0 now. Weinfertner, 5'9", 165. Next pitch taken. 4 ball, 3-0. So Rayberger having problems finding the plate here in this at-bat. As he looks into Bodemer for the sign, he comes set and throws. Taking all the way, gets it over for a strike. It's 3-1 now. We have no score here at Tony Gwynn Stadium.
Max looking for a pitch on this one, Mike.
3-1, I'd say so. And he got a pitch, but he didn't swing at it. It's 3-2. The count's gone full to Weinfertner.
Umpire called that one a strike. It looked to be pretty high. If that's the way he's going to be going today, look for a lot of fly balls today.
It did look a little high. Oh! Weinfertner thought that ball was outside, but instead he gets rung up and goes back to the dugout looking.
Beautiful pitch by Rayberger on that one to strike out Weinfertner. He was starting to run down the base thinking he's going to go down. More than likely, the umpire will check you out on that one if you start moving before he says anything.
The left fielder, Alex Rowan, will dig into the box now.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 17, Alex.
The first pitch from Rayberger is over for a strike. There's 2 down in the top of the first inning. As Robert Rayberger deals. Pitch in the dirt, bounce before it hit the plate. Count even at 1-1. A very nice day here at Tony Gwynn Stadium. We're sitting in the shade, but out in the sun, it's going to be a hot day. That might be something the players have to deal with later on in the game as it wears on towards noon, and the sun really starts to become a factor in how these guys play. As the next pitch from Rayberger just missed, it's 1-1.
And you're right about that, Mike. Before the game when we talked to the players, it was really hot down there in Santa Fe's dugout. I mean, it was getting really hot down there, so I'm sure that's going to affect the players.
Rayberger off speed, missed it. 3-1 now.
Rayberger still looks like he's trying to get that off-speed pitch, but as you know, Mike, in the first inning, it's hard for pitchers to get used to coming out to that new mound after they've been warming up on something else for so long.
You know, some teams, I don't know, in the big leagues, they probably don't do this around here as Rayberger winds. Spitzer hits it to Kolb at second. He's going to throw it over to Sullivan at first, and Coronado goes 1-2-3. We've played half an inning. We've got no score here from Tony Gwynn Stadium. Islanders and the Eagles, 0-0.
Nobody on base. Brian Kolb. And in the
Coronado Islanders, they've taken the field. At first base for Coronado will be Jimmy Gersandi. At second base will be McMahon. At short will be Kyle Picorni. At the hot corner today will be number 24, Mike Denson. In left field, Alex Rowan will be playing out there, patrolling the field. In center field, Max Weinfertner will be doing the duties. Out in right field, Benson Lorden gets the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety and the safety of those around you, send there be no smoking while inside the stadium.
Doing the catching today will be the captain, Blake Spitzer, the senior.
Stadium staff members. Thank you for your cooperation.
And the pitcher today, Mike, is going to be Kevin Couture, and that's who the Coronado's going to have to rely on to win today. He had a 7-5 record, 100 strikeouts with a 1.48 ERA this season.
Levi Himes will lead it off for the Eagles. He bats from the left side, and the first pitch from Couture was out of the strike zone, 1-0. As Himes swings through his next offering, 1-1 now to Himes. So coming back what we were talking about last inning, talking about adjusting to the new mound. Some teams, they make their bullpen mound and their pitcher's mound different sizes to throw off the opposing teams. As Himes grounds it to third, Dent set up with it. He throws it to Gersandri at first, and Himes is out.
Great off-speed pitch on the outside there, Mike. Grounded it right over third base, easy play on over to first.
Brian Kolb.
Brian Kolb will step in now. He'll bat from the right side. Kolb led the Coastal North in hitting and was the league MVP.
You're hungry right now, visit the concession stands.
As the first pitch is skied here on the right side, Gersandri giving chase, runs into the fencing right here almost in front of us, unable to make the catch, so the count will be 0-1.
Nice effort by Gersandri, and nice job watching out for that fence. He almost got himself a face full of metal over there.
Logan, Kolb is batting .600 this season. As the 0-1 offering comes from Couture, and he swings through it. It's 0-2.
And a wild throw by the catcher on that one's going to go out into center field.
That reminds me of Rube Baker. Did you ever see that movie Major League 2? He had some problems with it, throwing the ball back to the pitcher.
Yeah, I'm sure. You're right, Mike. Up there, that's Blake Spitzer over there catching. I'm sure we could have the same problem and, same medicine that he had, and I'm sure that'll help him out.
As Couture deals the 0-2. And Kolb is sent down looking. So there's 2 down, no score, bottom of the first inning, and Steven Alexander will step in.
Beautiful pitch on that one on the outside corner of the plate, good fastball to get him looking.
Alexander not doing too bad himself. He's hitting .518 as Couture winds and throws. Off-speed pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Fans just filing in here at Tony Gwynn. It's the first of 4 championship games here today at Tony Gwynn. As Couture winds and throws. That ball is laced foul. That one's going to go out of the stadium onto the football practice field right behind us here on the first base side.
This is definitely a stadium here at Tony Gwynn that you got to pay attention to when you're watching the game, because the foul balls will hit you anywhere you're sitting here.
As Couture winds, throws. Alexander fouls it away. 1-2.
Make sure you're close to the mic. Drop it down, your voice.
Couture looks into Spitzer for the sign. He has it. Kicks, fires, off-speed pitch, grounded to the second baseman, McMahon. He's up with it, throws it to Gersandri at first, and the Eagles go 1-2-3. So we've played one inning here in San Diego. The Islanders and the Eagles all knotted up at 0.
After one complete is all tied at 0. First baseman Jimmy Gerson.
We're back here at Tony Gwynn Stadium as Jimmy Gerson will lead off for the Islanders. The first pitch from Rayberger is high, 1-0. We've got no score here. Both teams have gone in order in the first. We're in the top of the second as the next pitch from Rayberger missed, I don't know where. It's 2-0.
And exactly what we thought it would be in this one, Mike. A pitcher's duel between Couture and Rayberger with no hits so far in the second inning.
Rayberger, that one's fouled and out of play. Going back towards home plate. Will it stay in Tony Gwynn's yard? I don't think so. It's 1-2 now to Gersandri. Gersandri batting from the left side. Rayberger, a right-hander. Here it comes. And he swings at a high one. High fastball and misses. Count is now even at 2-2. Rayberger off the mound, wiping the sweat from his brow. Like we said, it's hot out here today. He's back up on the mound already now. Bodenberg giving him the signals. He winds and throws. Pitch is taken to right field. Himes coming on. He's going to let that one fall for a base hit. So Gersandri gets the first single of the game.
And a base hit for Gerson to right field.
Nice job by Gersandri on that one. Just stick the bat out and just take what the pitcher gave to him. Just drop a little fly ball in there into right field.
Kevin Couture will step in now. He'll bat from the right side. Couture, a senior, stands at 6'1", 185. As Rayberger will have to work out of the stretch now for the first time today. Gersandri takes his lead from first. First pitch is taken. For a ball. 1-0. Rayberger comes set, kicks, throws. Pitch taken outside. 2-0 now to Couture. We got a pitcher's duel here. Couture is the Islanders' pitcher. Rayberger staring down at Bodenberg for the sign. He has it. Quick throw, and he's got it 2-1 now to Couture.
Not usual to see the starting pitcher, Mike, in the fifth spot, but Couture has some pretty good numbers this year, and he's slated by his coach in the fifth spot today.
Rayberger throws, pitch taken by Couture's high, 3-1.
That fastball keeps rising up on Rayberger, Mike, and I think that if he keeps leaving that up, some of these Coronado hitters are going to use that to their advantage.
Do you think maybe he's not following through, not bending his, maybe not coming all the way down out of the throw? Maybe he's having some problems throwing from the stretch for the first time today. As the next pitch, that one's called a strike.
A stolen base on that one. Give a stolen base to Jimmy Gersandri on that one, the first baseman, and without a throw.
Second base with the stolen base. Full count on Couture at the plate.
So Gersandri stands at second with the stolen base. Couture trying to pick him up here. There's nothing to score, top of the second inning. That ball is low, and Couture's going to walk.
This isn't what Reinberger was looking for. Rayberger wanted to get a 1-2-3 inning on this one, but instead he had a bloop single, and then he ends up walking the pitcher. Not exactly what he wanted this inning to go, I think.
Right fielder, Benson Lorden.
Benson Lorden will step in now as he's going to talk with his third base coach, have a little conversation of what they want to do here in this situation with runners on first and second and no outs.
And you're right, Mike. Coronado's definitely going to want to talk about this situation because this is one that Rayberger's not in. First and second with no outs in the inning. That's something that he doesn't see very much, so Coronado definitely going to talk about it.
Sullivan holding the runner on at first. That's Couture. Quick throw to second. Oh, they almost pick off Jimmy Gersandri. close play at second, and Gersonde dove back and just beat that throw.
Awesome move by Rayberger on that one to almost nail Gersonde at second base. I'm sure he isn't going to be napping anymore like that today, Mike.
Gersonde caught Dazen out there in second. Lorden in the box, standing pretty vertical in his batting stance. Showing bunt, got a piece, bunts it foul. It's 0-1.
And they got to watch the ball. The ball, you know, there's a miss right there by Coronado, I think, Mike. Right after the play, the throw by the catcher went wild and just kind of rolled there in the infield. I think that if Gersonde was looking there on second base, he might have been able to take third on that.
Heads-up baseball is how you win baseball games.
Well, let's see. You know, if this could be a close pitcher's duel, let's see if having that runner later on hurts him. You never know.
Rayberger looking down at Bodemer. Long look. Comes set, checks the runner at second. And that ball is fouled down the first base line. Count is now 0-2.
Rayberger looks to be getting a whole lot more confident now, Mike. He looks to see that, you know, he's getting his location down, he's getting that speed up on his fastball to go with that off-speed pitch.
I think he just needed to be, you know, to get into to work out of the stretch and feel more comfortable in the stretch.
Yeah, I think he may
settle down.
I think he may have been a little bit loose before the game. I mean, a little bit, you know, tightened up, and I think now that he's been pitching a little more, he's loosening himself up.
Well, we went down there before the game and tried to get some particulars on Rayberger, and Rick Aguilera, as the next pitch is fouled back to the screen. Count remains 0-2.
Way to stay alive by Lorden. That fastball came up on him, and the other guys that missed it before, he actually got a piece of it, throwing it back.
Yeah, head coach Rick Aguilera wanted Rayberger to stay focused. Didn't really want us talking to him before the game.
I know, Mike. I went over there to try to talk to Rayberger and see how he was, you know, just see how he was doing before the game and see how everything was going. And I understand Rick Aguilera, you know, had us leave the dugout. But
very understandable.
Understandable, and, you know, I would want nothing less from my pitcher.
Off-speed pitch, and Lorden strikes out swinging.
And
they throw down to second, and Gersonde is out.
Now that was a weird play that we had there, Mike. We had a strikeout on that that was Lorden struck out by a beautiful sinker by Rayberger. Right after that, the catcher for Santa Fe Christian. Yeah, that was Bodemer. Bodemer throws a bullet down there knowing that Gersonde's been sleeping all day and nails Gersonde, throwing him out at second base.
You think the head coach for Coronado, Sam Cece, is going to have some words for Gersonde in the dugout?
I definitely would. The first time, you know, a player should understand after they mess up the first time, and usually they can fix it themselves. But after that, there's no excuse for that happening.
Mike Denson in the box now. He takes the first pitch from Rayberger over for a strike.
Not only does that add a double play to the game, Mike, and take from 0 outs to 2 outs, but it also takes you running out of scoring position.
No score here, top of the second inning. As Denson again takes a strike from Rayberger. It's now 0-2.
And that's going to hurt him. That's going to hurt Gersonde one day if he doesn't have that heads-up base running.
It's a momentum shifter. As here's a chopper to the third baseman, Hubbard. He's got it. Going to go to the short play at first. Sullivan's got it. And the inning is over. So, with they leave one on. They get one hit, but there's still no score. Islanders and Eagles knotted up at 0. We're heading to the bottom of the second inning.
Weighing the bottom of the second. Sullivan.
Rory Sullivan's going to lead off the bottom of the second inning here. No score. Mike Passanisi, Logan Sullivan. What's your last name?
I think my last name would be Stover, Mike.
Stover, that is it. I don't know why I thought it was Sullivan. I think it's because it was the batter was up. Anyways, the first pitch from Couture to Sullivan is a strike. It's 0-1.
Rory looks like to be a nice, big, strong guy, so I wouldn't mind being related to him, I guess.
Next pitch from Couture taken for a ball, 1-1.
I wonder if Couture has any relation to Randy Couture, the UFC fighter.
You watch UFC? Next pitch from Couture. He's working quickly in this inning. It's 1-2.
He looks like he could be a UFC fighter. He's about 6'3", weighs about 230 pounds. He's a big guy.
Couture. Sullivan hits that one up the middle. That one's going to get through for a base hit. Sullivan will stop at first, and he leads off the inning with a single.
Fastball in the middle by Couture. He just left it there. Sullivan made a nice, easy swing on that one and put it right up the middle. Shortstop couldn't get it. That's going to get a base hit. That's what the coach wants to see in a leadoff hitter.
Daniel Bodemer, the catcher, will bat now. Sullivan, two-step lead off of first. Couture out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch to Bodemer. It's taken low and outside for ball. 1-0.
Daniel Bodemer's got a funny little quirk he does. He actually does a cross symbol before every pitch, before he comes in.
Next pitch was from Couture, was taken. It's now 2-0. Sullivan, not a big base stealing threat. He's got 1 steal. He's been caught 3 times on the season. As Couture out of the stretch comes, brings it outside. 3-0 now to Bodemer.
We don't got a speed checker out here, but I'm pretty sure that Couture's fastball has been getting progressively a whole lot faster and faster as this games go on, and that's going to help him a whole lot.
3-0 offering is taken right down Broadway by Bodemer. It's 3-1. I've noticed Couture in this at-bat working out of the stretch, not checking Sullivan at all. I know he hasn't stolen many bases, but, you know, if he doesn't hold him, maybe he should run. As that pitch is hit to right and deep. Going back is Lorden. It's over his head off the Donovan Steakhouse sign. Sullivan not running very fast. He'll stop at third. And Bodemer will stop at second with a double, and the Eagles are in business here in the bottom of the second.
And we weren't kidding about Rory Sullivan, the first baseman, being not much of a stealing threat. On Mike on that one, Daniel, who got the actual double, reached second base before Rory actually reached third.
The left fielder, Ty Bradley, will step in now. Runners on second and third. There's no outs as Couture works out of the windup now and brings the first pitch. And Bradley fouls it back to the screen. It's 0-1. Bradley batting .354 on the season as Couture kicks, throws, off speed, taken, just missed, 1-1.
Couture trying to get that curveball on the inside of the plate, trying to drop it high and get it to drop right in on that corner of the strike zone.
This is the first jam for Couture on the day as the next offering is on its way. Oh, he had Bradley out on his front foot there on that off-speed pitch, swinging and missing, 1-2. Couture set down the Eagles 1-2-3 in the top half of the first as the 1-2 offering comes. Line to third. Nice diving play by Denson to make the out. That ball looked like it was going to get by Denson, but Denson moved back to his right with a dive.
And as we said earlier, third base is the hot corner, and Denson did nothing to show us wrong on that one. He made a nice diving play over to his right-hand side with the runner on third. Great job on that catch.
Brett Williams will bat now with 2 on, 1 out. No score here in the bottom of the second as the first pitch from Couture is taken for a strike by Williams. Williams batting .361 has 1 home run on the season. As Couture, that ball bounces before it gets to the plate. Nice block there by Spitzer to keep that ball in front of him.
Yeah, Blake did a good job with runners on second and third. They're blocking that ball in the dirt. And you saw as soon as he saw that ball was going to hit the dirt, he immediately dropped to his knees so he could block that.
Williams back in the box now. The count 1-1. Couture throws it, and Williams with a big hack and a miss. It's 1-2.
That fastball by Couture just motoring in there, and he's been aiming at those lower outside corners of the strike zone. He's been hitting them right now in this second inning.
Couture winds, throws. And Williams goes down swinging. So after giving up a single and then a double to start the inning, Couture has come back and gotten 2 consecutive outs, and now there's 2 down with runners on second and third.
Kevin Couture trying to work out of this jam here, like you said, Mike. He's got runners on second and third, but he's been doing a good job getting the last 2 guys out.
Matt Hubbard in the box now for the Eagles as Couture winds. And if it's taken for a strike. You know, Couture in that at bat to in the double by Bodemer was working out of the stretch, and now he's back in the windup and seems to have found whatever it is that was lacking in those last 2 pitches. As the next pitch was taken for a strike, it's now 0-2 to Hubbard.
It looks like the comfortability level of Couture has increased tenfold from the first 2 batters as ascending to the last 2 batters we've had, Mike.
Couture, the 0-2 offering. Oh, don't know where that one missed. It's 1-2.
Surprised the umpire didn't call that one, Mike. Earlier he was calling the fastballs that are really high up on the zone. I'm surprised he's not calling those outside ones.
Hubbard waits for the 1-2 offering. Here it comes. Brings him up on that one. Strike 3. So Couture comes back to strike out the last 2 batters to get out of the jam. And we've played 2 full innings here. Logan Stover will come back with the play-by-play when we start the top of the 3rd. Islanders and Eagles, no score.
Welcome back, fans, for the top of the 3rd inning. Danny Sapine is going to lead it off for the Coronado Islanders in the top of the 3rd inning. Sapine standing in. Not a super big guy at 5'11", 165. He's a junior. Be coming back next year. Infielder, first pitch by Rayberger is high. That's going to be ball 1.
See how Rayberger responds here after getting out of the jam last half inning.
Rayberger with his 1-0 offering. Fouled back by Sapine over onto the softball fields. That's going to bring the count to 1-1. Rayberger had a first couple good outings. Got into a little bit of a jam in the last inning. Pulled himself out of it. And he's going to look to do the same, go 1-2-3 as he did in the first inning here in the top of the 3rd. His 1-1 pitch. Swung on and lined right back to him. He's going to have that one easy. Over there on the first base to Rory Sullivan. That's going to be the first out.
It's always great as a team when you have a fielder or have a pitcher that can field his position. It's invaluable. I mean, it saves singles, it saves outs.
That's going to bring up for the Islanders number 26, Kyle Picorni. He's playing the shortstop today. Had a couple putouts early in the game. First pitch by Rayberger. Little change up on the outside of the plate. 1 strike, no balls. The 1 by Rayberger in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike.
At the rate Rayberger's going, this game could be over quickly, but then again, someone's got to score.
The ball grounded over there. It's going to be a tough play for the second baseman. Hard hop over there for Kolb, who's playing second base. That ball kind of bounced over there to the left of Kolb. He had a hard time playing that one, and that's going to bounce over, allowing Corney to move over to first on a single.
It almost looked like that ball went off the glove of Sullivan, and then Kolb tried to barehand it and still make the play, but it just went by him into right field.
Number 14.
Not sure how the score is going to run that one, but for now we'll call it a single. Your leadoff hitter, Blake Spitzer, is back up. The first time he came out, lined out to right field. It looks like we are going to have a pinch hitter or a pinch runner. That's going to be Steven Conrad's going to be running for the Islanders. And Mike, it looks if they're putting a pinch runner in the 3rd inning, I don't think the Islanders are planning on scoring many runs today.
Well, against Robert Rayberger, I mean, he's got a sub-2 ERA. It's in the ones, if I believe.
I believe it's a 1.13 ERA, which is almost unheard of with these aluminum bats they're playing. That one's lined over. That could be a second base ball to the shortstop. Going to throw it first. Wild throw. See if he's going to move over to second. And they're only going to get 1 out on that one as the ball was lined over to Alexander. Good job on getting the force out at second base. The throw over by Cole was a little bit wide of the first base. And they're going to miss the runner at first, so that's going to let Spitzer move over. He's going to be your new first base runner.
I think maybe Alexander or Kolb got rushed by that throw just a little bit, maybe with the speed of Spitzer being the leadoff hitter.
First pitch in the dirt, that's going to be a ball, but even more importantly, the runner's going to move over to second and into scoring position, something many runners aren't really doing against Rayberger.
Blake Spitzer, the Coronado's playing has played heads-up baseball for the most part on the base pass, running from first to second. That's the second stolen base of the game for Coronado.
Count right now, 1 ball and 1 strike on Max Weinfertner, the center fielder. Struck out looking his first time up, going to look to drive in Blake, who's on second base. Ball is going to be low in the dirt. 2 strikes and a ball.
Oh, no, they're
going to change on that. We're going to have 3 balls and no strikes. 1 out here in San Diego from Tony Gwynn Stadium. CIF Division IV championship game as Rager's pitch throw down to second. Might be a little helpful if you had somebody down there at second base to catch the ball. That's going to be ball 4 high and away. That's going to allow Weinfertner to move over to first. Blake Spitzer is going to stay on second. Runners on first and second for number 17, left fielder Alex Rowan stepping up to the plate.
Bodemer was trying to throw out Spitzer like he threw out Jimmy Gersandi in the last half inning, but the throw was a little bit short of second base, and the second baseman was a little late getting over.
Rowan waits for Ray Berger's first pitch to him. Both runners on first and second. Ball down and blocked by the catcher, Bodemer. He's going to go out and have a talk with Ray Berger.
We've got no score here. 1-0 count on Rowan. In the top of the third inning, as the conference on the mound looks to be over, and Bodemer will walk back and take his position behind the plate.
And as the pitcher and catcher gets set, Ray Berger's looking down for the call from his catcher for the 1-0 offering. He flips back to second. And his number 14, Spitzer, he's going to go back diving into second.
Eagles seem very concerned with Spitzer at second base.
And Spitzer's a catcher, and a stat for you here. Spitzer went 18 for 18 on steals this year, Mike. As that ball's lined into center field, center fielder's not going to be able to make a play. Blake Spitzer's going to be running in home. He is going to score the first run of the game for Coronado, give him the lead. That's going to be a single by the left fielder, Alex Rowan, driving in the first run of the game. Score is now 1-0 Islanders with runners on first and third and 1 out here in the top of the third inning.
Second base, now we have runners on first and third, 1 out.
Head coach Rick Aguilera calling the infield in. Might have a little Geneva convention out there on the mound. See what he wants to tell the team here.
You know, I'm sure what he's telling him right now, Mike, is I had a similar situation when, I played. We had a great pitcher who pitched great all year long. And when we got into the CIF playoffs, it must be nerves that he gets. And, just one of these infield conversations really helped him out to calm his nerves and say, hey, man, it's 1 run. We can get that back. And that should be no problem for these guys. I'm sure that's what they're telling him. And also, Mike, with Rancho Santa Fe being, with Santa Fe Christian being such an offensive powerhouse, I'm sure that they're not concerned with 1 run.
They were 28-1 this year.
And the one loss that they came was actually in a neutral game, Mike, back on April 11th.
They average 11 runs a game. They shouldn't be too worried about offense.
So in the regular season, they actually went undefeated, going 8-0 in their conference play. Right now, it's going to be number 18. That's Jimmy Gersande, the first baseman, stepping up, looking to drive in the second run of the game. First pitch by Ray Berger is across for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out here at Tony Gwynn Stadium. 1-0 Islanders. Top of the third inning, Ray Berger's 1-0 pitch. It's going to be high up. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pop fly up. I'm going to see if this one's going to come over. First baseman Rory Sullivan moving over. That's going to drop up by us over here and bounce over about 5 feet to the left of us.
Fan in the stands get a nice little souvenir.
Not much of a play by our cameraman George on that one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
could have done a little bit more effort on that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it from his pitching staff later.
Smoking inside the stadium complex. If you have any questions,
1 ball and 2 strikes
staff members
on Jimmy Gersande. Last time up, he's going to hit a little liner over to the second baseman, flip over to first, and that's going to end the top of the third inning, but not before Coronado strikes first, scoring a run off Blake Spitzer running in. That's going to leave the inning of the top of the third, 1-0 Coronado at the end of 3. Leading off the bottom of the third for Santa Fe is going to be the designated hitter, Corbin Cutshaw. First pitch is swung on over to the second baseman, Lorden. Throws it over to first for the first out. First pitch swinging by Cutshaw on that one. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Levi Himes. Himes grounded out to third base his first time up. First ball low, 1 ball and no strikes. Kevin Couture on the hill for the Islanders. His 2-0 pitch is swung and nubbed over the head of the shortstop. That's going to drop in for a base hit into left field.
Base hit to left field for
Nice
Hyams.
one hit, one out hitting by
Plate number 19.
Hyams on that one to get himself on.
Brian.
Runner on first with one out with Brian Kolb stepping up to the plate.
See what Hyams does here off first. Couture's going to have to watch him. He's got 15 stolen bases on 17 attempts this season.
Couture with a beautiful curveball dropping in right on the middle of the plate. He's going to get a first ball strike on that one to lead off the count. No balls and one strike.
Hyams leads away from first. He's going. And the ball is fouled away.
Hyams had a nice little jump on that one. I'm sure he would have stolen second base easily, but the ball was fouled back by Brian Kolb. Hit and run on play on that one. No balls, two strikes, bottom of the third inning.
It's always nice to do a hit and run with the league's leading hitter at the plate.
And the league's leading hitter on that one looks a fastball on the outside of the plate. He's going to sit down looking. Brian Kolb gets rung out looking on that one for the second out of the inning. Next hitter is going to be the shortstop, Steven Alexander, who grounded out to second base his first time up.
Couture trying to pick off Hyams there at first, but Hyams dove back in safely. I'm a little surprised that Kolb has struck out looking twice. Maybe him and the umpire don't really agree on exactly where the strike zone is.
First pitch by Couture is across for a strike. No balls, one strike. Two outs, bottom of the third inning. Islanders and Eagles. Islanders lead at 1-0. Throw back over to Couture to catch Hyam. Is not in time. Hyam slides back in head first. Beautiful pitch by Couture on that one to get the second strike of the at-bat. He's ahead of Alexander on this one. No balls and two strikes.
Alexander tried to hold back his swing, but the wrist's broken. That's a strike.
The 0-2 pitch is lined to the shortstop. He's just going to stick on second base for the force out. Not much by Santa Fe Christian on that one. They're going to end up with nobody running in, and that's going to be 1-0 at the end of 3. Coronado over the Eagles. Leading off the top of the fourth inning is going to be the pitcher for the Islanders, Kevin Couture.
Pitcher, Kevin Couture.
Kevin walked his last time up as he looks to lead off the top of the fourth inning. Rayberger still on the hill for Santa Fe with a line first pitch. That's going to be driven into the gap in right center field. Couture is going to turn for second. He's going to stand up on that one easy into second. Kevin Couture, the pitcher, with a leadoff double into right center field for the Islanders.
Logan, I think there's been a robbery at the gap.
And we are going to have a pinch runner for Kevin Couture. Coming in is going to be number 15. That's going to be Brian Crabb. Brian Crabb is actually a freshman. He's a pitcher / utility infielder. He'll be coming in on second. Stepping into the plate for the Islanders is Benson Lorden, the right fielder, number 7. Struck out swinging his first time up.
Crabb obviously going to come in for his speed. Coronado wants to score as many runs as they can against the Santa Fe Christian team.
Pinch running is definitely an option for Coronado days. We've already seen him do it twice, Mike, as the first pitch is down low with a bunt attempt missed.
A little breeze blowing here now at Tony Gwynn.
That's definitely going to help out the teams, Mike, because it was getting pretty hot down on the field when there wasn't a breeze going.
Especially in that Santa Fe dugout, because right now they're in the sight line of the sun, or they were to start the game, so they were getting more of the sun while Coronado was more in the shade.
Rayberger with the 0-1 pitch is up high and fouled back by Benson Lorden. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the top of the fourth inning as the Islanders have a runner on second base with a leadoff double by the pitcher Kevin Couture. with Benson Lorden looking to cash in with that runner in scoring position. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed by Benson Lorden.
Rayberger started the game working quite quickly, but now has slowed down and takes a walk around the mound every now and then.
And that isn't normal for a Mike. I mean, he was the Coastal North Pitcher of the Year, as his pitch is down low for a ball to Benson. And he had a 1.13 ERA going 11-0 this season. So you can see why the Islanders are quick to sub in for some speed when they get some runners in scoring position.
Well, you got to think that having Rick Aguilera as a manager only helps pitchers on that team.
Strike 3 called on Lorden. That's going to be on the inside. He's standing there talking to the umpire. His teammate's going to tell him to leave. That was on the inside of the corner. He's going to strike out looking. 2 strikeouts on the game for Lorden Benson as his teammate, third baseman Mike Denson, is going to step in.
Baker Denson.
Mike grounded out to third base his first time up. First pitch swinging, bounced that one over to second base. Looks over the runner, toss is over to first. Runner moves over to third base for the Islanders. As Mike Denson grounds out, he will be the next out of the inning.
Coming to the plate, number 11.
Yeah, as I was saying about Rick Aguilera, this is his first season as a manager for Santa Fe Christian. He spent the last 4 years as a pitching coach, and you know, a lot of people know Rick Aguilera. His 16-year major league professional career, spent a lot of time with the Twins.
And the first pitch is swung on and lined over the third baseman. That's going to end the inning as Danny Sapine lines out over to the third baseman. That's going to leave their runner on base for the Islanders, but they still lead 1-0 as we end the top of the 4th inning.
For the Eagles.
And as we come in at the bottom of the 4th inning, leading off is going to be Rory Sullivan as he's swinging on the first pitch, fastball by Kevin Couture. No balls, 1 strike leading off the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 as the Islanders lead of Coronado. Second pitch is swung on and missed.
Sullivan in his first at-bat singled and moved over to third on a double.
Sullivan looks at the pitch for a strike. That's going to even up the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a quick little chopper over to the first baseman, Gersonde. He's going to take that one over himself for the first out. So Rory Sullivan grounds out over to the first baseman, Gersonde. That's going to bring up number 17, the catcher, Daniel Bodemer.
Daniel Bodemer.
Bodemer, a first-team All-Selection in the North Coast League this year for the Eagles.
And the first pitch by Couture is across for the strike. Bodemer, in his last at-bat, hit a double.
In that double, he almost ran past Rory Sullivan, who was running to third from first on the play.
Bodemer with a nice little drive for a single. That's going to drop in on center field for the hit. Bodemer with his second hit of the ball game. Rancho Santa Fe is going to have their runner on first base.
To the plate, number 12, left fielder Ty Bradley.
First pitch to Ty Bradley, the left fielder, is going to be a ball on the outside of the plate. Next pitch swung on and missed by Bradley. Had a line out to third base his first time up.
It was a nice play. It was 2 outs and with runners in scoring position, and the third baseman made a nice diving stop to get that ball.
Strike on the outside corner of the plate. That was a great play by Denton Mike back in the last inning with runners on second and third. And, Ty hit a liner to him, and he caught that one, and that retired the inning. Just misses on the outside. That's going to be a ball. Even up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Bradley was batting .354 coming into this game.
And there he goes off Ty, off to second base. Throw is high, and he's going to have a stolen base. Sorry, that's Daniel ran down to second base.
Bodemer, the catcher, stealing a base. And as I pointed out earlier, Couture is not checking the runners at first base. And Santa Fe Christian finally taking advantage of it and stealing it.
Center fielder Brett Williams.
Next up for the Eagles is going to be the center fielder Brett Williams, number 21, stepping up to the plate. Struck out his first time up. Looks to do a little bit different with his teammate in scoring position. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Kevin Couture with the first pitch down low for a ball. That pitch is flied into short right field. Right fielder Lorden is calling it, drifts back a little bit on him. He makes the catch. That will end the threat by the Eagles in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 hit, no runs, and the Islanders still lead in the bottom of the 4th, 1-0.
Complete. Coronado 1.
We're back at Tony Gwynn Stadium on the campus of SDSU. The Coronado Islanders leading 1-0 here, and Kyle Picorni is in the batter's box. Rehberger kicks and throws. First pitch taken for a strike.
Picorni reached first base on a fielder's choice last time up.
Rehberger will be attending Biola University next season as the next pitch is fouled back out of play by Picorni.
And if you remember, Mike, when we talked to Coronado earlier today, they singled out Picorni as probably the guy who does the most different kind of shenanigans, I'd say, on the team. I heard this morning before the game, he actually put some bubble gum on his coach's head, and he didn't even know.
And Picorni's going to line that one into left field. No shenanigans there. That's a base hit. So Picorni singles to left, and that's going to bring up Blake Spitzer, the catcher.
And I'm sure if Picorni is going to hit off a great pitcher like that, he'll be putting bubble gum on everybody's head before the games.
I think I've seen Giants pitcher Jason Schmidt do that a couple of times. Spitzer stepping in. Fielder's choice in his last at bat, and he lined out in his first at bat. Rehberger going to work from the stretch. Here it comes. Spitzer showing bunt. Beautiful bunt down the first baseline. Sullivan will have no play except to tag him, and he drops the ball. When Spitzer ran into Sullivan running down the line, Sullivan dropped the ball, so Spitzer is safe at first, and Picorni will move over to second, and Coronado's back in business here in the top of the 5th inning.
Tough play for the Eagles on that one, as they were looking to get that much-needed first out of the inning. And instead, it's going to be a little bit harder to them with runners on first and second now.
Weinfertner will step in now, as Rehberger's going to have to work himself out of a jam here. Eagles already trailing 1-0. Off-speed pitch again. Weinfertner bunts. Rehberger fields it, and there's a little bit of a miscommunication between Sullivan and the second baseman, Cole. Sullivan moved in to field that ball, but it was fielded by the pitcher, Rehberger. And Cole went over to cover first, but when the pitcher, Rehberger, went to look and throw the ball to first, Sullivan was in the way of the throw, and so Weinfertner ends up at first, and now the bases are loaded with no outs for the Islanders.
And as you said, Mike, that's going to leave the bases loaded for the heavy hitter for Coronado. That would be the left fielder, Alex Rowan, who's coming up next.
Left fielder
Alex Rowan already has 1 RBI on the day. See if he can pick up some more, as Rehberger's in a whole lot of trouble here in the top of the 5th. First pitch is way high, 1-0.
And let's see how Rehberger handles his bases loaded situation, because this is one that he's not normally in, Mike.
Rayberger now able to work out of the windup. The first, and that one is lined in the center. That's going to be a base hit. Williams will be unable to field that one cleanly. And Coronado now leads 2-0. Picorni on that play had to hold up to make sure that Williams wasn't going to catch that ball, so only one run was able to score on that play.
Chaz Marks.
And now number 21, Chaz Marks, will step in. And the first pitch to Marks was a ball. So Marks comes in place of Jimmy Gersande as Rayberger winds, off-speed pitch, taken for a strike. Rayberger kicks and throws. Pitch is over. It's now 0-2. There's no outs here. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Coronado leading 2-0. They've got the bases loaded, with Chaz Marks in the batter's box with an 0-2 count. Rayberger, long look down at Bodemer. Here comes the pitch. And Marks hits it to center, but it's going to hang up there for Williams. He's going to make the catch. Tagging at third will be Weinfertner. He's going to slide in safely with no throw. And Coronado now leads 3-0. Spitzer scores on the play. Weinfertner will move to third.
Great sacrifice fly by Chaz Marks on that one to bring in the 3rd run of the game for Coronado.
Kevin Couture will bat now. He doubled in his last at bat. Coronado doing the little things right, playing small ball, getting the sacrifice fly deep enough to bring home Spitzer. And it looks like Rick Aguilera will take the ball from Robert Rayberger. We're going to have a new pitcher. When we come back, we'll let you know who it is. We're in the middle of the 5th inning. The Islanders leading 3-0. Welcome back. Steven Alexander is the new pitcher, and he comes in a situation with the bases loaded and 1 out. The Islanders threatening to score here. He comes in relief of Rayberger. And Benson Lorden is standing at the plate. And the first pitch to Lorden is a strike. Alexander kicks, throws. And Kevin Couture is actually in the batter's box. And Couture's count is 0-2.
Couture, the pitcher for the Islanders, looking to come through with the bases loaded here in the top of the 5th.
That pitch from Alexander was taken high. It's 1-2. These defensive changes for the Eagles. Moving from third to short will be Hubbard. Moving in from left field to play third will be Bradley, and entering the game is in left field will be Corbin Cutshaw. As the next pitch from Alexander is sliced through the infield. That's going to be a base hit. Got by the second baseman, Kolb, and Coronado now leads 4-0.
Base hit to right to the field. Scores another run to the Islanders. Still 1 out. Runners at first and third.
Runners on first and third now for the Islanders. And now Benson Lorden will step in and bat.
Batting number 7, right fielder Benson.
Nice swing by the pitcher on that one to get the ball right behind the second baseman who was going over to cover second base. Dropped it right in where he used to be for a single. Brought him in a run.
Alexander, a righty, will work out of the stretch. Runner on first. That's Couture. Takes a little bit of a lead. Off-speed pitch taken for a strike by Lorden.
Alexander is a senior. He's a right-hander, 6 feet tall. Also plays infield. in his last year.
He came in from shortstop to pitch. As Lorden gets back in the batter's box and he looks ready to hit. Lefty on righty matchup could favor him here as the pitch. That one's hit, line to Kolb, quick throw to third. And beating the throw back to third is Alex Rowan, and now there's 2 down for Santa Fe Christian.
Heads up play by Kolb there at second base to catch that ball and immediately fire it over to third base to try to catch Rowan, knowing that he could potentially score another run for the Islanders.
Mike Denson will step in. Now Denson's got it done with the leather today over at the hot corner. First pitch from Alexander to Denson is skied towards us on the first base side, out of play, and into the barbecue pit area here at Tony Gwynn Stadium. Count is 0-1.
Beautiful day out here, Mike. Not too hot, the breeze is starting to come through.
Well, it might not be too hot for us. We're up in the shade.
Details, 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 Mike.
It's all in the details.
Beautiful day for baseball. Two teams out there having fun. We have a great game so far.
Alexander looked like he was going to go, but then he checked the runner and faked the throw to first and third.
Alexander close to a balk on that one, Mike.
He's ready now, has the sign. That one's in the dirt, gets by the catcher Bodemer.
Not far enough back to bring in Rowan from third on that one, as Bodemer did a good job to get back and smother that ball up.
Bodemer like a cat out of the crouch onto that ball to make sure that Rowan doesn't score from third on that play. Count is 1-1. Alexander leans into Bodemer for the sign. He has it, comes set at the belt, checks the runner and brings it. Pitch is fouled. It's now 1-2 to Denson. Denson so far on the day, he's 0 for 2, grounded out twice. Alexander gets him swinging on the off-speed pitch, and that's going to do it for Coronado. But they get the job done and score 3 runs. We've played 4.5 innings here at Tony Gwynn Stadium. The Islanders leading the Eagles 4-0.
At the end of 4.5. Now batting for Santa Fe.
Matt Hubbard's going to lead it off here for Santa Fe Christian in the bottom of the 5th inning. They trail 4-0. Couture still on the mound for Coronado as he winds and throws. Hubbard takes the first pitch on the corner for a strike.
Hubbard struck out looking his first time up, looking to get a good leadoff hit for his Eagles as they need it here.
Couture just dealing quickly. The next pitch is taken for a ball, 1-1. You think maybe the pace that Kevin Couture is dealing at, maybe it's throwing Santa Fe Christian off a little bit, as that one is lined to the first baseman. Nice play by the new first baseman, Marks. Sliding to his left, makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Beautiful grab by Marks on that one as he took a step over to his left, slid down on his knee and caught that line drive for the first out of the inning.
Corbin Cutshaw.
Corbin Cutshaw is going to step up to the dish now. Cutshaw, a second team Coastal North League Player of the Year, or second team Coastal North League, will bat from the left side. He grounded out to second his last at bat, and the first pitch from Couture is taken for a strike. 0-1. Couture winds, throws, bunt, drag bunt, caught the third baseman napping, throw over to first, not going to be in time. Cutshaw beat it out. Nice heads-up play by Cutshaw.
Nice bunt single by Cutshaw on that as the third baseman was playing deep. Dropped it right down on the grass and it died out. Got himself a single.
Nothing Mike Denson can do about that. It was a great play, heads up play by Cutshaw to lay the bunt down. And now Levi Himes will step in. Cutshaw, decent sized lead off of first as the first pitch is taken for a ball, 1-0. Outfield playing the left-handed hitting Himes straight up. Quick throw to first by Couture, and Cutshaw dives back in. Another throw down to first, and again, Couture dives back,
and Mike,
Cutshaw dives in.
It looks like this game's come down to, a team of who has the most discipline and used to being in these big games. And last year,
As the next pitch from Couture is taken.
Last year, Coronado was in the final game. Actually, they were in the Division III final, but dropped down to Division IV this year because another Division II team dropped down to Division III.
Here comes a 2-0 offering to Himes. Himes rips it to right. That one is going to be over Lorden's head. It bounces off the wall. Cutshaw rounding second. He's going to round third, loses his helmet. He's going to come around to score, no throw, and Himes is going to get into third with a stand-up triple. Santa Fe Christian gets on the board. It's 4-1 now. Islanders lead.
Great hit by Himes as he took a fastball on the outside corner of the plate, drove it, stuck his hands out there, drove it right over the center fielder's head out there. A little trouble on the throw on the infield, missed the cutoff man, allowed it to move over to third base.
We'll see if that plays a factor in this inning if Santa Fe Christian scores another run here. Now the league's leading hitter, Brian Coble, bat. As Couture, off-speed pitch, taken for a strike. 0-1.
At the plate is number 19, the second baseman, Brian Cole.
Islanders leading 4-1, bottom of the fifth inning. Santa Fe Christian threatening. As Kolb hits it out to right field. That one's going to be high enough for Lorden to get under, make the play. Tagging and scoring on the play will be Himes, and it's now 4-2 in favor of the Islanders. And now the cutoff, that last throw not going to the cutoff man has allowed the second run to score here for the Eagles, and then they've cut the lead to 2.
Good hitting by Josh Kolb on that one to drive the ball out there to get that sacrifice fly. He had struck out his first 2 times up, so he knew he had to pull through in that situation.
Steven Alexander in the batter's box. Couture throwing. That pitch is fouled out of play, out of the stadium here at Tony Gwynn, right back toward the softball field. Sometimes during the San Diego State season, when there's games going on here and at the softball stadium, there's a horn that they blow in case foul balls from here go into softball so no one gets hit. As Couture's next pitch is swung on and missed.
Actually, nice play by the center fielder of the softball team practicing out there on the field. Nice catch on that foul ball over there.
Alexander waits for the 0-2, and he swings and misses, and he strikes out swinging. The Eagles. They do score 2 runs on 2 hits. So after 5 complete, Coronado Islanders 4 and the Santa Fe Christian Eagles 2. Leading off, top of the 6th for the...
As we get ready to start the top of the 6th inning here, Coronado leads it off with their designated hitter, Danny Sapine. As we start the top of the 6th inning, score is 4-2 Islanders. With a little bunt dropped down right in front, the catcher's going to try to pick it up. Gun down to first is just in time, beats him by a couple of steps. That's going to be 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
Nice play there by Bodemer. There was no chance for the third baseman to even consider getting that ball. He came out of the crouch quickly and got the ball over to first for the out.
Shortstop, Kyle.
That's going to bring up the shortstop, Kyle Picorni, who reached on fielder's choice and scored a run. Looks at a strike on the outside of the plate. No balls in 1 strike.
Logan, you want to play a little baseball trivia?
I would sure like to do that, Michael.
All right, we'll wait for this pitch.
Swung on and missed by Picorni up top. No balls in a strike. All right, Mike, hit me.
What was the last major league field to install lights? This is an easy one.
I would say that would have to be Busch Stadium in St. Louis, would be my guess. As they're the newest stadium, would be my guess. On the count on Picorni is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch swung on and lined over to the first baseman. Has a little trouble with it. Keeps it in front of him. Good job by Sullivan to keep the ball. 2 outs. As the first 2 batters go 1-2 for Alexander in the top of the 6th inning.
I don't think I clarified my question correctly. The last stadium to install lights. Doesn't have to be the newest one.
Well, you even stumped me there, Mike, so I'm going to count myself out.
Okay. The Friendly Confines, Wrigley Field, in 1988. It's the last ball field to install lights.
That would have been the easy answer that I was thinking, but as Blake Spitzer, the leadoff hitter, steps into the box. Scored a run in his last at bat. 1-0 count on him. Looks at a strike go across the plate, evens up the count at ball and a strike apiece. 2 outs, top the 6th inning. No runners on as Blake looks to get something go for the Islanders. That's going to hit him up on his up left shoulder. Umpire's going to send him over to first base. He'll take it.
Our first hit batsman of the day. Pitcher's shown great control so far in this game. All the pitchers have.
And as Rex Hudler would say, a walk's as good as a knock. That's going to leave Blake over at first base. As Alexander tries to pick him off, he's going to dive back head first.
Alexander going to keep an eye on Spitzer. He's run down to second already on Rayberger earlier in the game.
Center fielder Max Weinfurtner steps in. Throw back over to try to catch Blake is unsuccessful. Blake pretty dirty already, Mike. He's a catcher.
Baseball is not a clean game. You're the catcher, you're going to get a little dirty.
I had my mom yell at me plenty of times playing catcher through my life, but
I was a pitcher. I never played catcher.
pitch by Alexander is up high, pitch out. Looks like they try to get that runner a la Yadier Molina style over at first base. No go, as unusual for a catcher in Blake Spitzer to be 18 for 18 and perfect. I talked to him before the game as the pitch is swung on and missed. Blake went 18 for 18, as we said, in stolen bases, and I played catcher, and I told him there was no way that I would go 18 for 18. More like 6 for 18.
Catchers don't usually have the speed. They just don't. It usually comes from middle infielders, but
heart and soul of the team of Coronado, as said by the teammates. Great off-speed pitch by Alexander on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs as the Islanders look to tack on to their 4-2 lead. Blake Spitzer at first, your pitcher is Alexander. His delivery swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's going to end the inning and the threat for the Eagles. It's going to end the top of the 6th. Still 4-2 in favor of Coronado.
Left. At the end of 5.5. Still Coronado.
First baseman Rory Sullivan looks to lead it off for the Eagles in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch is swung on and fouled back.
Sullivan singled in the first inning and grounded out to the first baseman in the 4th.
He's up there swinging in his 3rd at bat with no balls and a strike on him. Second pitch is up high by Couture. It's going to even out the count at 1-1. Score is 4-2 in favor of the Coronado Islanders here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as Kevin Couture pitches his 1-1 pitch. Swung on and popped back, but looks like it's going to go back into the seats.
Speaking of Kevin, that's our Kevin Couture's first name. I got another little trivia for you. Can you name one team to be no-hit 3 times by pitchers named Kevin?
I am just going to go off a whim and say no. As Couture strikes out the leadoff hitter, Rory Sullivan. Good start for the Islanders on that one as Couture strikes out Sullivan for the first out. That's going to bring up the catcher, Daniel Bodemer. He has been having a great game today with 2 hits already and a stolen base. First pitch is down low, just misses for a ball.
The San Francisco Giants have been no-hit 3 times by pitchers named Kevin. Once in 1992.
As the pitch is swung on and fouled back.
By Kevin Gross of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Kevin Brown in 1997 for the Marlins. And Kevin Millwood in 2003 for the Phillies.
And why does it surprise me, Mike, that you have a Giant stat to tell us? As the pitch is swung on and missed. Down in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They trail 4-2 behind the Islanders as the Islanders knocked out Rayberger, the pitcher of the Eagles that they expected to have a great outing. 1-2 pitch by Couture. Caught for the 2nd strikeout of the inning. That's his 2nd strikeout in a row by Couture as he is on fire here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to bring up the next hitter.
Couture has just fallen into a groove here and has got it going here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Left fielder Ty.
Coming up after this game will be Cathedral Catholic versus Valhalla.
Swung on and missed to the new batter, Ty Bradley, who moved over to left field in the switch of Rayberger earlier. Couture's second pitch on the way, swung on and missed up high. Quickly ahead of the batter, 0-2.
Couture looking to strike out the side here, showing no signs of fatigue.
That's right, Mike Couture having a great inning so far, striking out the first 2 hitters, and he's already ahead 0-2 here in the bottom of the 6th to the 3rd hitter. His 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and lined over. Nice play by the shortstop to knock it down. We're going to see if the play will make it. It's in time over the first baseman for the 3rd out. Fist bump by Couture. He knows he's got him going. That's going to end the 6th inning with going 1-2-3 for the Eagles. Score is 4-2 in favor of the Coronado Islanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to be hungry by now.
We're going to lead off the top of the 7th with Coronado sending out their left fielder, Alex Rowan.
Leading off top of the 7th for the Islanders.
Rowan already with a couple RBI in the game.
Left fielder Alex.
Grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. First pitch by Alexander to him is a fastball. Going on the outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Score here in the top of the 7th inning is 4-2 in favor of the Coronado Islanders. Over the Santa Fe Christian Eagles. 4 runs on 8 hits for Coronado. Eagles having their 2 runs on 6 hits with 1 error. As the pitch is swung and drive into center field, that's going to drop in for a base hit. Nice job of leading off by number 17, Alex Rowan. That's going to be his third hit of the game, 2nd single. He's going to be on first base with no outs.
Brings to the plate number 21, first baseman Chad Marks.
Stepping up to the play, making a good defensive play in the last inning is Chaz Marks. He's playing first base right now, wearing the 21 jersey. Got a runner on first with no outs. Pitch by Alexander, squares around for a bunt. Pulls it back. That ball's going to trail away for the strike zone, 4-1. And he squares around for the bunt again. Ball drops on the outside, lets it go once again. 2 balls and no strikes.
Coronado's really done a good job today of playing small ball. They've been hitting the sacrifice flies, they've been stealing, dropping down bunts. They've done a really good job of playing small ball, and it shows. They're leading 4-2.
Third pitch is far and outside again, and once again Chaz shows bunt, but pulls it back for the 3rd straight ball. Not exactly what Alexander wanted to stop off the top of the 7th. Giving up a lead-off single and going 3-0. On the 2nd hitter. Ball is up and outside. That's going to be the 4th straight ball by Alexander. So Chaz Marks with a walk. That'll move him to first. Pushing over Alex Rowan over to second base. So with runners on first and second, doing a good job today is the pitcher, Kevin Couture, having a great job today, only giving up 2 runs on 6 hits. Outlasting his counterpart, Santa Fe Christian. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching switch. Looks like Alexander may drop back. We have number 19 coming in. It's going to be Brian Cole. Brian's already been playing in the game today. Cole was playing second base earlier today, but now we're going to move Alexander over to short. Kolb will move over to pitch now. So that will make Kolb your new pitcher. And he'll get his warm-up pitches, and we'll come back. Hubbard's going to be moving over to the second base spot. He was playing shortstop earlier in the game. He's going to move over, pushed over by Alex, who's now going to be playing over at shortstop. And as we're back under the action, Kevin Couture is up to face the new pitcher. And we have a little bunt that's going to drop foul, grabbed by the first baseman Sullivan.
You know, Matt Hubbard today, he's played almost every position in the infield today. He started at third, then moved to short when Alexander came into pitch, and now he's standing at second base with Alexander going back to short and Kolb coming into pitch.
Kolb usually coming in relief appearances in this season, as he only has 1 win on the season. Only gave up 7 hits with 12 strikeouts and 6 walks. He's dealing to Couture with no outs. His pitch is down in the dirt. Couture shows bunt but pulls it back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the 7th inning here. Coronado leads it 4-2. Runners on first and second with no outs.
Where's the microphone? See, the whole infield was. That was a big game. I'm glad they just stopped it. I can't believe they went to the 6th.
Couture, 2 for 2 on the day with a double and a single with a walk.
Throw back to second is unsuccessful to try to catch the base runner.
Just a fake, it's not a throw.
The wheel play on, as that's a nice curveball that drops in on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beautiful curveball by Kolb on that one. Usually it takes a while to develop, but he came in right out of the infield and threw a beautiful pitch on that last one for the 2nd strike. The pitch is up high. That's going to even up the count at 2 apiece. Count 2-2 to Kevin Couture, the pitcher. The pitch swung on over there to the second baseman. He's going to flip it over to short for 1. Safe at first. Coronado beats out the play. Couture runs past that one. He's going to be safe on first. Unfortunately. Oh, and we're having a bit of an umpire's change here. The umpires are calling out the base runner who, Alex Rowan. When Alex Rowan ran over to second, originally he was called out on the play on the force out by so the umpire called him out on second base originally, and Kevin Couture was called at first base, originally safe. Right after that, the umpires changed their minds, and the second base player was still called out as original, but then Kevin Couture was called out on first base. I'm not sure about that one, Mike. It looked like Kevin may have been safe here on first.
Couture looked to me like he beat that ball out. I'm not sure. The first base umpire initially signaled that he was safe. I think the umpire crew chief might have to step in here and mediate what's going on.
Definitely something Coronado didn't want to have to deal with right now. But as we know, there's nothing you can really do about these situations. Umpires will hold their calls. So the situation changes for Coronado. They now look at 2 outs with a runner on third. Alex Rowan is the runner on third base, as stepping up is going to be Benson Lorden.
Well, it's runner on third for the Islanders, coming to plate number 7, right fielder Benson Lorden.
Lorden has struck out twice today and lined out to the second baseman. Trying to pick it up and give the Islanders a 3-run lead here to go into the bottom of the 7th inning.
First pitch on the way. Taken on the outside, ball 1. Benson to look to improve on his earlier numbers with 2 strikeouts. He's got a runner on third. He could drive him in with a single here. Pitch on the way, swung on over to the second baseman. That's going to do it for the end of the top of the 7th. Yeah, score is still going to be 4-2 in favor of the Islanders. Coming up next, bottom of the 7th.
4-2, Coronado over Santa Fe Christian.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Eagles is going to be Brett Williams.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 21.
First pitch by Couture is down in the dirt for ball 1. Last chance for the Eagles as they trail 4-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Coronado leads it. Second pitch is in there for a strike. Coronado led by some good pitching and even better hitting, both coming by their pitcher, Kevin Couture. Kevin's third pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Couture is going to try to go the distance here and get a complete game and finish this game out and give the Islanders the championship.
1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed on the outside. Strike 3. Couture with a beautiful pitch. Sits down the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 out. That's going to bring up Matt Hubbard, who's flying out to right field and struck out in today's game. First pitch is on the inside, just missed. 1 ball and no strikes.
Couture so far today only given up 2 runs on 6 hits. Quite a performance today by Couture.
His 1-0 pitch is down on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Couture with pinpoint accuracy throughout this entire game and moving very quickly with his next delivery on the way. Swung on and flied into the, swung on and fouled over right in front of us into the stands. Just missed a couple of people.
Logan, if I've done my math correctly, I think Couture has 9 strikeouts today.
And Couture had 100 strikeouts this year on the season, as his pitch is on the outside corner. Add another one to Couture's list as he gets his team, the Coronado Islanders, 1 out away from the Division IV CIF Championship. As you know, they were here last year, Mike, and they didn't win in the final game, Division III. I talked to Blake, their unofficial team captain and heart of the team. He told me he would like nothing more than to end his senior season with a win right here with these teammates.
Him and Couture are both seniors, so the fans are on their feet, or at least the Coronado ones are, cheering Couture on here.
And Couture looks to pitch to his next batter, Corbin Cutshaw. And if Couture's going to want to get it, he's going to have to get past him. His first pitch, Cutshaw watches that one down low, ball 1. As we said, Couture's pitch since the beginning of the game, a great one, with 10 strikeouts so far. An amazing game through 7 innings. His second pitch, in there on the inside part of the plate. That's going to be for a strike.
Couture has retired the last 10 batters he's faced today.
1 ball and 1 strike. The delivery on the way. Swung on and missed. Big hack there by Cutshaw. As Couture looks, as he holds his team 1 strike away from the Division IV CIF Championship. His 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and grounded over 2. That's going to get in between the second baseman and the shortstop for a hit. Good job of clutch hitting by Corbin Cutshaw on that, as he keeps the Santa Fe Eagles alive with a 2-out base hit here in the bottom of the 7th. That's going to bring up Levi Hyams.
Got to be careful with Hyams. He's tied for the team lead with 5 home runs.
First pitch by Couture is down and inside for a ball. Score here is 4-2 with a tying run at the plate for the Eagles. 2 outs. Another ball down low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Coronado leading it here in the bottom of the 7th, 4-2. Needing 1 out to clinch the Division IV championship. Couture throws the pitch as the runner is on the way. Corbin Cutshaw is going to move over to second. Actually, foul tip on that one. Umpire called it. He's going to bring him back.
Hyams might have hit the catcher's hand with that foul, or the ball might have hit the catcher's hand with that foul ball. As coaches come out and see if his hand's all right.
You know, a lot of times, from playing catcher, Mike, that a lot of times catchers get a lot of dings that just sting for a little bit, and coaches know that, if they just go out there and waste a little bit of time for them, that'll help them out a great deal.
Blake Spitzer's their captain. There's no way he's leaving this game.
Yeah, you got Blake Spitzer's out there. He's a Jason Varitek type of player. He leads the team. I mean, when we asked the team and we talked to him earlier today, it was a unanimous talk that Blake was, the team captain, the heart and soul, and they'd love to see him win. So Couture with the pitch, swung on and popped up. Once again, Couture sits 1 strike away from bringing the Coronado Islanders the 2006 Division IV CIF Baseball Championship. The runner leads off on first. The 2-2 pitch from Couture is on the way. Runner's on it. Grounded over first. He's going to step on it. Hands up. The Islanders are your Division IV CIF High School Baseball Champions. And congratulations go out to Coronado and Couture for a great game pitched by Kevin Couture. He goes a full complete game, allowing only 2 runs on 7 hits as Coronado celebrates on the field.
A great game today by both teams. I mean, there was really no too many mental errors, not many blunders. It was just a very good game. Coronado played small ball. They bunted when they had to. They sacrificed when they had to. They got the clutch hits, and behind a great performance by Kevin Couture. I mean, 10 strikeouts is fantastic.
And as said, congratulations are due to the Coronado Islanders for winning the Division IV CIF Championship behind a great performance behind Couture, who immediately gives a hug to Rayberger, his opposing pitcher. And this only the 2nd loss on the season for Santa Fe Christian. Their first and last loss came in a non-real game back on April 11th.
Yeah, it was a non-conference game in the Lions Invitational on a neutral field, and you know, you got to tip your hats to these kids. They both played great games today. Unfortunately, one team has to win, the other one, unfortunately, has to lose.
And much is due to the Coronado Islanders and to the splendor of their fans. Coronado stands there raising their hats, and today they raise their hands as champions of Division IV CIF baseball.
Baseball Championship, Santa Fe Christian Eagles. Presenting the award for Santa Fe Christian, Headmaster Jim Hobson, Principal Steve Carlton, and the Athletic Director Ross Boucher. For the players, Santa Fe Christian Eagles, number 1, B.J. Moore. Number 2, Robbie Campbell. Number 5, Stephen Alexander. Number 6, Levi Hyams. Number 7, Corbin Cutshaw. Number 9, Trevor Sprink. Number 11, Matt Hubbard. Number 12, Ty Bradley. Number 13, Robert Rayberger. Number 15, Riley Munoz. Number 17, Daniel Bottomer. Number 19, Brian Cole. Number 21, Brett Williams. Number 32, Rory Sullivan. And number 33, Chuck Matthey. The Eagles are coached this year by head coach Rick Aguilera and assisted by Sean Moran, Dan Cassidy, and Chris Artis. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sportsmanship Award is given to that player while pursuing victory with honor as an operating principal of the CIF in the San Diego section. Today, the coaches, tournament directors, officials, and the commissioners honor a player who competed with dignity and respect for his opponent, his team, and his community. For the Santa Fe Christian Eagles, the Sportsmanship Award goes to number 5, senior Stephen Alexander. Now for the champion Coronado Islanders. Presenting the awards, Principal David Logan, Athletic Director Sandy Ferguson. Number 1, Max Weinfortner. Number 3, Tucker Johnson. Number 4, David Sand. Number 6, Jake McMahon. Number 7, Benson Lorden. Number 9, Paulo Piscatelli. Number 10, Keith Engelhart. Number 11, Danny Sapine. Number 12, Stephen Conrad. Number 13, Josh Fink. Number 14 is Blake Spitzer. Number 15, Brian Craft. Number 16, Kevin Couture. Number 17, Alex Rowan. Number 18, Jimmy Garson. Number 21, Chaz Marks. Number 22, Tom Cropper. Number 24, Mike Baker Denson. Number 25, Tim Leary. Number 26, Kyle Caporni. Number 29, Kyle Fisher. Number 31, Kyle Couture. Number 32, Rylan Gill. And number 48, Ben Thorne. The Islanders were led this year by their head coach, Sam Sessi, assisted by Jerry Brown, Brad Couture, Bill Seeger, Chris Blanton, Bo Blumenthal, and Blaze Smallwood. And to select the Sportsmanship Award for the Coronado Islanders. Number 4, junior David Sand. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and congratulations to Coronado and Santa Fe Christian on a tremendous Division IV championship baseball game.